seven skies. So what would khalaqa be?
Oh, created, not
There
guided.
you go. Yeah,
Yes.
so there you go, right? So that's why waiting. I'm like, okay, let him read forward and then he'll figure out. Okay, great.
أنعامهم, the cattle, وأنفسهم, themselves, and themselves. أفلا, then do not. يبصرون, they see.
Okay, perfect. Mashallah. Okay, Sister Sumaya, what do you think?
كلما أرادوا أن يخرجوا, anytime they desire to leave it.
Okay, very good.
كذابنا.
Sorry, what is Nadir?
Oh, warner.
Warner, very good. Yes, Warner. And how is everyone doing? Any questions, reflections, comments? I hope everybody is now putting in their one round practice round every day, at least one, and then to be continued as we wrap up the next 2 weeks and as we go beyond that, inshallah. So as you were doing that, any questions, comments that came up that we can start with or just get right into it? Okay, I just updated here. So it's something I wanted to point that out. So we were looking at it yesterday. So the passive hint, which I've added here. Okay, so this is something we have it here in this chart as well. The one who is taught, you have mu'allam, right? With the second one having a fatha. And I think that's not a great example. Okay, so I just added that. Just wanted to point that out. And with that, we will go right into it. Okay, yawma. They, that's not a new word. La, not yughni. Ghani from ghain nun ya. He will avail, he will suffice, he will be sufficient. Mawlan, a relation, mawla is a protector or any relation as that they are saying here. And from mawlan, anyone else. Shay'an, anything. So no protector will help anyone on that day. Walahum, and not they will be yunsarun. Yes, so that's why I had it. So see here as well, you have the second root letter. What's the second root letter here, folks? Let's see if you can point in the chat or speak out. The second root, Swad, okay, and the Swad has a fatha, so that's a sign of it being passive. Yunsarun is not translated as they will help, it's translated as they will be helped. They will be helped. That's passive, okay? Illa, except. So here I think maybe Mawla was relatively new, that if you may not have been familiar, Ghani probably we have seen before. So if not, Ghani and Mawla is new, everything else is straightforward. It's just meaning that nothing is new, you just have to practice that. All right, illa, except man, who, rahima. Okay, so this means he has mercy. And when you combine it with by rahimahullahu, Allah has mercy. Okay, so hopefully, yes, so that's another thing I was thinking about, that as you start practicing, then you will, instead of just at some point, instead of just being at a word level, you will just see this thing together, rahimahullah. Okay, so you just translate it together, Allah has mercy on. So you combine the doer because, you know, usually it comes right after and so on and so forth, right? Likewise, innahu, indeed he. So this is a very common thing. Innahu, indeed he, huwa al-azizur rahim. So indeed he, meaning indeed Allah, he is almighty and all merciful. So this is something that you guys can do together. And then what we are also doing actually is that in our groups, we try to not just, at the moment, we're not just doing word by word, we are actually doing 2-3 words at a time. So maybe in the other group with Rida, you guys can try that as well. Okay. Inna, indeed, shajarata, the tree, az-zaqum, of zakum, that's the name. Ta'amu, food of al-athim. So ta'amu al-athimi, 2 nouns followed by each other with the second one ending in the kasra. The food for the sinners. Ka is like, we've seen that several times now, ka al-muhli, like the murky oil. So this is a lot of new words, I think, here. Yaghli, it will boil. Fi al-butun. Butun is the plural. So we were looking at this pattern yesterday. Actually, yeah, this is a common pattern, right? With the waw coming at the end. However, this is not the waw coming at the end. Usually you have waw coming at the end as plural, but this one, the root letters are ba, wa, nun. And this wow is coming in the middle of the second and the third root letter, which is one of the patterns we saw yesterday as well. And this indicates the plural. So if you were to think about it, if you're going to think about belly, stomach, right? So you're going to picture in your mind a large belly, and then you can say ba, ta, nun. Or you can even do 6 packs, ba, ta, nun. Right? So that's that way you can, inshallah, have an image for the root letters and create that connection. So butun is the plural. Kaghalyi, like the boiling. So this is from here, right? Yagli, ghain lam ya. Kaghalyi, like the boiling of al-hamim, scalding water. So it has a few new words today, actually. I think 5 or 6 so far we have encountered. Okay, so nothing new from a pattern perspective, just a bunch of new root letters and new words. Okay. Khuduhu, so as a command, seize him. Khud, and wow is for plural. Khuduhu, seize him. Fa'tiluhu, ain ta lam, to drag, to seize and drag. Khudhu, maybe not a new one, but for sure, fa'tiluhu, the ain ta lam is a new one. Ila, to sawa'i, the middle of Jahim, of the hellfire. Thumma, then another command, subbu, from pouring. So subbu, to pour. Fawqa, upon. I think fawqa we have seen before. Ra'sihi, his head. Ra's, I'm not sure if we have seen before. Ra hamza seen. Ra'sihi, his head. Min, of adhab al-hamim, adhab of the hamim, scalding water. This is something we just saw in the previous verse as well. Okay, dhuk, meaning taste. Innaka, indeed you. Anta, definitely you. Al-Azizul Kareem, you were mighty and noble in this world. You were mighty and noble in the previous world. Inna, indeed, hadha, this, ma, what, kuntum, you used to, bihi, with it or about it, tamtarun, doubt. Doubt. Let's see. So someone who doubts. So even here, mim, ra, ya are the root letters. Mim, ra, ya. So tamtarun, you used to doubt with, so this ta, the ta in the middle is the extra. You have mim, ra, and this wow is, it gets hidden because you need a waw nun for the plural as well. Yeah, so it comes here, tamtarun, you doubt, yamtarun, they doubt, yamtarun again, tamtarun, na, you will definitely be doubting, so don't do that. Do not definitely doubt about it. And tamtarun again.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like we've seen like at least 3 that I know of word meaning for doubt. Shak,
Yes.
raib, and now this tamtarun. Like, is there any level of doubt? So something like it has to be something different, or does it mean the same?
I'm sure they mean different for sure. I don't know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know how they're different, but for sure there is difference in those synonyms.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think from our perspective, yeah, as you said, like as long as you can recognize it and all 3 are connected to the doubt space, that should work, inshallah. Inna, indeed, al-muttaqin. Okay, you guys already know that. Fi, in, maqam, you guys also know this yesterday. Amin, everybody knows that. Secure, trustworthy. So muttaqin, those will be the people that will be secure in their residences, in their jannat, as it says, fi, in, jannat, gardens, wa'uyun, spring. So I think there's nothing new here. Wow, look at that. Yalbasuna. Is this new? Yalbasuna. You know, wearing garments, right? So you may have also heard the word libas, right? It's also used for marriage. If you go for wedding ceremonies, probably that verse is also recited and mentioned, right? The garments, libas, right here are there. Yalbasuna, wearing garments, min sundus, fine silk. You probably are going to encounter this in Surah Al-Rahman as well. What is tabaraqo, and heavy silk. Mutaqabilin, facing one another. From qaf, bala, to face each other, in front of each other. Mutaqabilin, those who face each other, those who are sitting in front, relaxing, chilling. You know, you could have, imagine having a podcast in Jannah. You can record a podcast. Pretty cool. Okay, kadhalika, does وَزَوَّجْنَاهُمْ, and we will marry them. Okay, so this is something we were seeing yesterday a lot, right? A verb followed by a na, so we did some action, and whom, them, so we will marry them. بِحُورٍ, with beautiful companions. Ain, so this is, ain is used for rivers, it's also used for eyes. Okay, it's also used for eyes. Let's take a look here. So I think if I go in concordance, it's only showing you the eye chart, right? The three places it comes. So 44, 37, and 52 in Surah Al-Rahman. However, if I go the dictionary route, I think we'll see both, yes. Right, so you're seeing the springs meaning here, and you're seeing the eye here. And this is also another use of ayn. And the rest is all springs, right? So that's the two usages in the Quran about eyes or water springs. All right, yad'una, they will call out from dua, fiha, in it, bikulli, every kind of fakiha. So that's something we saw yesterday, fakihin, enjoying, fakihin, enjoying. But in general, fakiha from fa, kaf, ha is used for fruit. Aminin, secure. Continuing on, unless there's a question, few seconds. La, not. Yadhuquna. Okay, so this is, we just saw dhuk in a command format. Yadhuquna, they will taste. Fiha, in it, al-mauta, the death. Illa, except al-mautata. Except the first one, al-mautata al-ula. So they will not taste death in there, except the one that they have already experienced. Wa waqahum. Okay, so this is from wiqaya, which we were saying is the also root letters of taqwa, and this is something that you also see in the dua, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِينَا, same root letters. وَوَقَاهُمْ, and will protect them. وَوَقَاهُمْ, he will protect them, who عَذَابَ الْجَحِيمِ, from the punishment of hellfire. فَضْلًا, a bounty, min, from, رَبِّكَ, your Lord, ذَلِكَ, that, huwa, is al-fawz. That's a new word. Al-fawz means success. Fawz means success. And another one that we know means success is falah. Hayya alal falah. So fawz and falah means success. Al-azim, the great. Al-azim, everybody knows that because we know subhana rabbiyal azim. Fa-innama, indeed, yassarnahu, we have made it easy. Yassarna, some verb followed by the now. So we have done some action. Yes, sir, we have made. Na, we have made it. And then who is it? We have made it easy. Bilisanika, with your tongue, or in your tongue, or by your tongue. La'allahum, so that they may yatadhakkarun, from dhal, kaf, ra. They may take heed, they may remember, they may reflect, they may take heed. Fartaqib. Okay, so watch out. From ra, qaf, ba. Ra, qaf, ba is to watch out. I think we saw that this week. Let me see. Where did we see that? Concordance 44. Oh yeah, right here. See? Voice number 10 also had it. فَارْتَقِبْ يَوْمَ تَأْتِ السَّمَاءُ بِدُخَانٍ مُبِينٍ فَارْتَقِبْ إِنَّهُمْ مُرْتَقِبُونَ. Oh wow, look at that. So three usages. Sorry, two in this surah, one in surah 11 and 54. So murtaqibun is from the same root as well. Ra, qaf, ba. Okay, which let's see. So fartaqib, so watch. Innahum, indeed they, murtaqibun, they are watching. Right? So it's not they are being watched, they are being watching. They are also watching because the second root letter, which is qaf, doesn't have a fatha. Has a kasra. Murtaqibun. Oh, look at that. Allahu Akbar. We completed the surah. I'm way ahead of schedule. Thank you, everyone. You guys have been great. Holding off your questions. All right, so I'm going to pause here, see if there's any questions, comments. What's happening? How are you guys feeling with Surah Sajda or Ad-Dukhan or Hujurat? Okay, if nobody wants to talk, I'm going to start Surah Al-Qiyamah. I just want to work. You know, why waste time?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Yes.
The last word, more takinun,
Mm-hmm.
could that also be translated as watcher?
Yeah, you could say they are watchers. Yeah, so someone who is watching, or so watchers, someone who watches. Yeah.
Because of the meme
Yeah,
doma,
yeah.
meme doma, that would be like say hibbu. So if you say muhib, that would be a lover of
Yep.
muhib, lover of the religion or something like that.
Yep.
Or one who loves the religion. But you could say that's the okay. But generally that begins with a meme and a doma. When you
Yes, like a yes, yeah, like a meme word that we have been seeing, right? As you see here, you can also have a raqib for that. Raqib is also someone who is watching. And here, because this is a word format. Let's see if there is anything interesting. Okay. Just like that, it only comes once. Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind, right? That you have two things to look at when you go on a word. So if you go for concordance, it will just show you that particular pattern, right? But if you go on Quran dictionary, then it will show you everything with the ra, qaf, ba. Then you'll see other formats of it coming as well. Cool. All right. Ready to start Surah Al-Qiyamah. And if we finish Surah Al-Qiyamah soon enough, maybe I'll just add a surprise surah instead of taking.
Rahman,
What about Surah Al-Rahman?
that's what we're doing right now in class.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I would say that the number of repetitive patterns and vocabulary in Surah Al-Rahman is less than other surahs. Hence, I would propose to skip it. But
Oh,
hey, if you guys
no,
unanimously or majority say that to do it, we'll do it.
no.
Just from a grammar and vocabulary perspective, may not be the best one, I would say.
Okay, no, I was just asking.
No, a good point. Yeah, but yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. So la uqsimu is a pattern. Uqsim, I swear. Sometimes it comes with a la, meaning I do swear. La uqsimu, I swear, from qaf, sin, meme. Uqsimu, I swear, bi yawmi, with the day of Qiyamah, the resurrection. So Yawm al-Qiyamah is not new. Uqsim probably also new. I think we've seen that before. Wala, and not uqsim. And nay, I also swear, bin nafs, with the soul. Nafs we have seen several times now. Al-lawama, I think we're seeing for the first time, which is from lam, waw, meme, accusing, regretting. Al-lawama, the soul that's accusing, that's regretting. Ayahsabu, for question, yahsabu, to think, to count, to perceive, to measure. Ayahsabu, does he think? Al-insanu, the insan. Ayahsabu al-insanu, does the man think? Allan, that not. Najma'a, we will assemble. From Jim bin Ain, we will assemble idama, the bones. Ain dha mim is for bones. So you have a picture. Bones, ain dha mim, bones, ain dha mim. Okay, so we will not resurrect his bones. The his is coming from the who, idamahu. Bala, but not, rather, definitely. Qadirina, we are able, from qaf, dal, ra. We are able, ala, on, or upon, an, that, nusawwiya. Okay, sawa, sin, wawiya, to restore. To restore. Bananahu, that's a new word. Banunun, fingertips. Bananahu, his fingertips. Bal ne yuridu, he desires. He desires. Al insanu, the insan, the man desires. Li, that, yafjura. Liyafjura, to give lie. What's the other translation of it? Okay, liyafjura amamahu, what is before him. Okay, let's see. What is another translation that they use for that?
Mm.
Okay, yeah, from fujur, right? Fajara, from fujur to commit sins, right? So he desires to just keep sending forward sins or to keep committing sins. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you can just have this awkward translation for some reason. I don't know why. Even because if we were to go into fa jim ra and we look at concordance, yeah, so fajr, fa, double jim ra is to burst forth, gush forth, as you see here, with a double jim. Tafjura, okay, gush forth, gush forth. Yeah, this is, I don't know why they have this give the lie. Even if you do the Quran dictionary route, gush forth. Okay, yeah, see, wickedness, doing sins, being transgressor. Yep. Gushing forth. Okay. All right, so amama is from imam, right? Imam is someone who leads, someone in front, amamahu, before him. Yas'alu, he asks. Yas'alu, from sin, hamza, lam, su'al. Yas'alu, he asks. Ayyana, when? Yawmul qiyamah, day of judgment. So only thing that's new here is ayyan, when. Yas'alu ayyana yawmul qiyamah. Fa'idha, so when bariqa is dazzled. Basaru is not new. So the sight is dazzled. Wa khasafa, and becomes dark. Al-qamaru, the moon. Kha, sin, fa, becomes dark. Wa jumi'a, and are joined. Jumi'a, and are joined. So this is passive. Are joined. Ash-shamsu wal qamaru, and the moon and then the sun and the moon are joined. Okay, so this is in the past. So the hint for the past is that the second root letter has a kasra. The second root letter has a kasra that needs to go here for present / future. For past, second root letter has a kasra. I see. Yeah, they don't have it there, but okay, fine. Okay, Jumia, they are joined. So they are not, they will not, he will join, but they are, Ash-Shamsu wal Qamaru are joined. So this is passive. So the objects that they follow, or the words that they follow, they are objects of this verb, not the doer, because it's passive. Is that clear? Anybody wants me to repeat that or not clear? I can repeat it in a different way. Put one in the chat if it's clear.
You repeat it in a different way, please.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, like just a quick recap. So we said that the verbs can be active or passive. Passive means that the doer and the actor is not mentioned. So what will be mentioned would be, see, so even here you're saying the pronoun will be of the receiver, right? In this case, the pronoun is of the actor. Okay, so passive, so just like how we were seeing earlier, right? Mugraqun, they are drowned, right? So we're not talking about the doer, we're talking about the object. So Jumi'a ash-shamsu wal qamar means that Jumi'a ash-shamsu, that they will be joined together. See, the doer is not being mentioned, which is obviously implied Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his command, but it's just focusing on the action. The action is to join. And who are being joined? The shams and the qamar. And the hint is that the second root letter has a kasra. Yaqulu al-insanu. So see, in this scenario, it's active. The insan will say, the man will say. Yawma if that day, aina where al-mafar. That's a new word. Mafar mim fa or fa or ra. Where is the escape? Mafar, where is the escape? Escape route. Kalla, not, by no means. La, no. Wazar. There is no refuge. There is no refuge. Wazar. And I'm going to actually dig into it as well, just in case. Wazar, no refuge. Okay. Oh, okay. So see, wazar, usually wawazara, it comes in the meaning of bear, right? To hold, to bear. Another meaning is, this is old beer, and then it's a refuge. That's the meaning that we are seeing here. It also comes in the meaning of a minister, wazir, minister, and that's what we see, you know, in the context of Harun alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam. And this is also the burden meaning. Okay, so there's no escape on that day. Ila to Rabbika, your Lord, yawma is that day, al-mustaqar. That's the new word. Place of rest. Place of rest. Okay, where else does this come? Place of rest. From qaf. Okay, so this is from cooling, right? So similar as resting place. Okay, oh, this is from a perspective of affirmation, remains, stability, tranquility, comfort, similar to resting place. Oh, also glass and crystal. Yeah, so as you can see that, you know, some similar root letters can have multiple meanings, and then what the context will help you to work with that. All right, 2 more minutes. Oh, yunabba'u, will be informed. Nabba'u. Okay, so here, this, okay, good. So it works. Yunabba'u. Okay, looking at this pattern with your voice or text, tell me, does it look like a past? Does it look like a present or past? Okay, making it easier. Does it have an attachment before the verb? Does it have an attachment before?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes. What's the attachment before?
Yeah.
Yeah. In past, there's no pre-attachment. There's nothing that comes before. So this is present. Okay. Now our rule says what? The rule book, it says that if it is present, then the second root letter would have a fatha. If it was past, then the second root letter would have a kasra. This is present. The second root letter would have a fatha. It does. So yunabba'u al-insanu. So it's passive. It doesn't mean that the insan will inform. Rather, it means that the insan will be informed. Cool? Yunabba'u al-insanu yawma'idh, that day, bima, with what qaddama, he has sent forward, wa akhara, and what he has kept back. Bal, rather, al-insanu, the man, ala, upon nafsihi, his self, his soul, basira, from basadara, a witness, someone who is watchful. Walau, and if alqa, he presents ma'adhira, it's a new one, ayn dhal ra, which means excuse. Ma'adhirahu, his excuses. This ya is for plural. His excuses. La, not, it's a prohibition, to harrik, harakaf, to move. And this is probably not new, especially for those who have been to Mecca or Medina. You have seen the soldiers saying, harrik, harrik, harrik. That's what they're saying, move, move, move. So harrik, do not move. Bihi, with it, lisanaka, your tongue. Lita'jala, ayn jim lam, to hasten. Lita'jala, to hasten, bihi, with it. Inna, indeed, alayna, upon us, jam'ahu, jim mean ayn, we have seen now several times, to combine, to collect, wa qur'ana, the recitation. Qira'a, recitation, wa qur'anahu, its recitation. Okay, so this is enough.